Good evening, folks. I'm Todd Phillips here with your 6 o'clock news. Tonight we're following a story that emerged last week as this man known as Charles Stapleton claims to have found a cure for cancer. I did have a chance to sit down with Mr. Stapleton earlier today to discuss the details of his supposed findings. And while our full interview will air this Monday at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central, you'll see in this short clip that things did not go as planned. Mr. Stapleton, first of all, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to sit down and talk with us today. We know you've been a very busy man as of late, especially with your recent discoveries, so we really do appreciate it.
It has been a bit overwhelming lately, but yeah, happy to be here.
I can only imagine. But my first question of the day for you is, what was it like upon finding the cure? What was your initial reaction?
Well, Todd, let me tell you, it was unlike anything I've ever experienced in my years of practice. It was like finding the Holy Grail. It could be compared to finding a needle in a haystack. You could almost compare it to finding a four-leaf clover in your own backyard of medicine.
I have to imagine there would be a measure of relief involved with finding the cure for this terrible disease that's plagued humankind for who knows how long.
Well, there was a bit of relief, but there was also a lot of cheddar cheese on the line. So, I don't know if you know what that's like as a newscaster. You may not make a lot, but in my profession, I'm used to a lot of money, and I can't let that train stop a-rolling. So, that was also important, but I really wouldn't describe it as a disease. I mean...
If not a disease, how else would you describe cancer?
Cancer? Who said anything about cancer?
You did, I believe. I have it printed off here directly from your website. Your statement, and I quote,
"Go on.
Finally, after years and years of hard work, research, and development by my team of doctors and scientists, we have finally found a cure for the Big C." End quote.
Oh, the Big C? Yeah, the common cold. Everybody knows that.
The common cold.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, Mr. Stapleton, but you've convinced the whole world the last 4 days that you have found a cure for cancer, and now you're telling us it's only for the common cold?
Bingo.
I can only imagine the amount of heartbreak that the folks are feeling right now as they're listening to you say that you don't have a cure for cancer, which we thought you had for the last 4 days.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
Okay, even I'm having a little bit of difficulty rationalizing on this, but let's trying to put a positive spin on this. Okay, so you do have a cure for the common cold, though. That is a fact.
You better believe it, son.
Okay, well, again, trying to push us in a different direction. Let's talk about that. So what exactly is your cure for the common cold?
2 words. Hybrid pills.
Hybrid pills. And how do these hybrid pills work?
I'm glad you asked. So, say for instance that you start feeling some symptoms of the common cold, which I cured. On a Thursday, you pop 2 of our hybrid pills, and by Friday, it's completely gone.
Wow, that's actually quite fascinating. So the very next day it's gone?
No, not the very next day, the following Friday.
The following Friday? That's 8 days.
Still not bad, though.
Do you realize the average lifespan of the common cold is currently 5 to 8 days?